Welcome to our video today, where we're going to tackle a common question that many programmers face when working with loops and lists in their code. The question is, how do I make the code consider all the 5 items in the list in the while loop? This is an important topic because understanding how to work with loops and lists is crucial for any programmer, regardless of their level or experience. In this video, we'll break down the concept of using a while loop with a list and provide a clear explanation of how to ensure that your code iterates over each item in the list. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to use while loops effectively with lists. To answer this question, let's start by understanding what a while loop is and how it works. A while loop is a control structure that allows your code to execute repeatedly as long as a certain condition is true. When working with a list, the goal is usually to iterate over each item in the list until all items have been processed. The key to making sure your code considers all items in the list is to understand how to properly set up and control the loop's iteration. This typically involves initializing a variable that keeps track of the current position or index within the list, setting a condition for the while loop based on this variable and the length of the list, and then updating this variable at the end of each loop iteration. For example, imagine you're working with a list of 5 items. You want your code to perform an action on each item in the list until all 5 have been processed. To do this, you could initialize a counter variable to 0. Set up your while loop condition to check if the counter is less than the length of the list, in this case 5, and then within the loop body, you'd perform your desired action on the current item in the list based on the counter's value. After performing the action, you would update your counter variable by incrementing it. This way, with each iteration of the loop, the code moves to the next item in the list until it has processed all items, and the condition for the while loop becomes false, causing the loop to exit. To summarize, making sure your code considers all items in a list within a while loop involves 1. Initializing a control variable that tracks the current position in the list. 2. Setting up the while loop's condition based on this variable and the length of the list. 3. Performing the desired action on each item within the loop body. 4. Updating the control variable to move to the next item with each iteration. By following these steps, you can ensure that your code iterates over all items in a list when using a while loop. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about working with while loops and lists, please ask them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if it helped clarify things for you, and consider subscribing to our channel for more programming content and explanation. If you're looking for further practice or want to see how these concepts apply in different scenarios, we encourage you to experiment with your own code examples. The best way to learn is by doing. We'll catch you in the next video.